Stray dogs run to some strangers asking to help save their drowning friend.
Oh my god, bro, this is sketchy. I don't want this one to get mad at me. Dude, what is that? Oh, there's a dog in there. Oh, bro, we gotta save the dog. No way.
Come on, puppy.
Careful, Cap.
He's alive. We just saved him! Walk it off. Now come back, kneel, and let me ride you into the mitts.
Beachgoers help remove a plastic fork from a sea turtle's nose.
Can you pass this guy down?
A family finds a wild raven with some porcupine spikes stuck in it.
Oh, there's one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good job, Mom. Oh, did you get it?
No, okay. You're a boy. You're the other one. I know.
He's just screaming at you. I don't think he's trying to, like, bite you. There we go. That's two.
I got it.
Oh, there we go. Good.
There, I got it.
Good.
Это лисенок.
A bottlenose dolphin approaching them. They would soon see that the poor creature is wrapped in fishing line.
Watch legs, Barbara. Watch out for the legs.
Oh goodness, thank you, Doctor.
That was quite tough.
Some fishermen help a whale stuck in some nets.
Take out the shells on his bed.
This dolphin got stuck in the shallow riverbed 3 miles away from the nearest sea. It is on the brink of death, since dirty stagnant water is not a suitable habitat. You can hear the dolphin make a distinctive whistle in hopes of someone hearing it. Thankfully, a human is nearby and he rushes to the rescue. People resuscitate the injured animal using whatever they can find. and later it is returned to its native element. White blotch approaching the shore is a pair of swans. They got tangled with one another and they understand that without the humans' help, they are doomed. So when they spot the passers-by, they swim right towards them. The swans' wings and necks are in a disarray and require a lot of effort and precision in order to not cause any damage. But now these proud birds can spread their wings.
Animal, but we need to move slowly, like these guys. You probably already realize which giant we're talking about. This giraffe is already having a very hard time, and if it gets scared, it could hurt itself or those around her. But here's a good moment. While the animal has lost its balance, the guys have a chance to prepare for the rescue. You see, this is a complicated operation. You need to act quickly, confidently, and in sync. First try, and how much did the giraffes weigh? About a ton? No wonder it was impossible to lift it from the first try. Fortunately, after quite a long time, the team pulled the poor animal out and put it on its feet. Well, what about the giraffe? It pretended that nothing had happened and proudly went about its business. This poor animal stuck in a ditch somewhere in a small Dutch town is completely exhausted. The ditch looks shallow, but apparently its bottom is very swampy. Even the horse couldn't get out of this trap. Fortunately, Charlotte's owner noticed the horse was missing, and the poor creature was discovered by a local fire team with special purpose machinery. However, even the crane couldn't pull the 1,300-pound animal to the shore from the first attempt. But here, we can finally see the horse carefully pulled out, cleaned and washed. What a beautiful and magnificent animal. Here in one of the states, locals noticed a young leopard in a huge well more than 20 feet deep. Take a look, hardly any mammal on Earth would be able to get out of it. The 4-year-old animal had been afloat for at least several hours, and he urgently needed some help. 2 agencies came to the rescue of the poor animal. The guys from the Forestry Department and the Wildlife SOS organization. First, they lowered a wooden plank to the well so that the leopard could conserve his strength. The proud cat tried to cope on its own, but then happily climbed into a special trap cage. You can even see the cute footage from inside the trap. The door slammed shut, and the only thing left was to pull the valuable cargo to the surface. Just look at this face. Apparently, most likely the fox was chasing someone at breakneck speed at night and hoped to jump between the trees, but his calculations were a little off. Can you imagine spending the whole night in this position? No wonder the exhausted animal was not in the best mood when the rescuers arrived.
I know. Just say shush, 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 shush.
They had to save the animal with extreme caution too. At first, it refused to take a single step until it realized that it was now free. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, wait, I am. It even still had enough strength left to escape and fly over the fence. I must admit that that's a terrible sight to see. The owl entangled in the net is so exhausted that it can no longer move. The people who discovered it even decided that the bird was dead, but the staff of the wildlife aid knew that they had to fight for its life. And they were right. After it was released, the poor thing came around a bit, but they couldn't let it go right away. The owl was exhausted and cold, so it needed medical checks. Though her savior was in such a hurry that he lost the car keys, and several more precious hours were wasted. But after a night in the hospital, the owl changed beyond recognition. It ate all the food, tried to bite the employee, and was eager to be released. Test flight? Well, looks like the bird is ready to rush to the rescue, because this fellow got into trouble. The baby elephant stuck in a muddy pond is only 5 days old. Apparently, his mother simply couldn't keep track of the restless baby. By the way, she was nearby. They had to chase her away so that she wouldn't interfere with the rescue operation. Fortunately, everything went well. And, well, the rescuers got a little dirty, but not as much as this guy. And here is the reunion scene. Want to hear how the roar of gratitude sounds like? Up is a British vet clinic where an unusual patient was delivered. Amphibians rarely find themselves in desperate situations, but this one was trapped in a piece of discarded plastic tubing. Of course, in this position, the toad couldn't get any food or water. Good thing passers-by found it before predators did. Well, the rescue operation took less than a minute. The tight tube was cut open, then the vet checked if the animal could move, and it was released back into the wild. The animals in the wild might need human help, but these images from the Pittsburgh Zoo prove the opposite. This careless ostrich decided to explore the remote territories of the reserve, got onto some thin ice, and fell into the pond. Swimming in icy water is unsafe for humans, let alone for the African bird, which can't get out on its own. Sticks and iron bars didn't help much, so this hero also had to get wet. But in a minute, the man grabbed the ostrich, and together they got to the shore. The game Guess the Country from the video is meaningless in this case. It's hardly possible to find a kangaroo hopping along the channel somewhere other than Australia. Maybe this animal got there to cool off, but it seemed to forget about tides. You can see it clearly put all of its hope into the rescuers. Sharp shells could hurt the legs of the animal, so they had to sedate it for a thorough medical check. It seems like there were no wounds, but disinfection would still not hurt. Well, after having a good sleep, the kangaroo immediately rushed into the forest to explain to its one of the properties in San Francisco found this raccoon. Even a fox wedged between branches raised fewer questions. How did you even manage to get there, buddy? Seriously, look at the distance between the boards. To get there, you obviously needed to try really hard. But this is not the time to go into details. The baby's not happy with its adventure, and its paw may be hurting. It was not so easy to move the board though, but they managed to set the poor creature free. Judging by the fact that the raccoon is leaning on all of its paws, it wasn't injured at all.